Oh, Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for, well, actually, no, not the weekly reading. We're doing the rest of the month. So, welcome to the season finale of September 2025. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, let's jump right in. Are you ready? Are you buckled up? Because this is going to be a time, okay? We're at the end of eclipse season. We're at the dawn of a new era. This is your big moment. Curtains going up. They're also going down. I'll explain that in a second. Either way, it's your big moment. Out with the old, in with the new. You know that by now, all right? And this is a big out with the old, in with the new. And whoa, we have to talk. You see the concentration of activity right off the bat, okay? Just like last week. So this is going to be a pivotal time for you, Sagittarius. When I see what's happening for you, just know things are going to end, all right? For your new era. We're and you are even going to have a little bit of a deja vu moment of the past 2 years of your life, all right? Very, very Marty McFly, right? Skateboard, hoverboard. Because everything, by the way, from this moment is going to feel like Back to the Future. And that's not only because the prison portal is still in place, ushering you into this whole new world. All the outer planets are still retrograde, okay? And they're asking you to review the past 2 years of your life. And this is the final review right now, because your life is about to radically change. So you have to learn from everything that you've been experiencing, okay? Sunday, September 21st, this is it. We've got the new moon partial solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees, happening around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before you even ask any questions, Sagittarius, yes, you and 3 other signs are the most impacted by this eclipse. It affects all the mutable signs the most. And eclipses are game changers. They're 100 times the power of a normal new moon, and they bring enormous change that put you on the path that you need to be on, whether you want to go or not. That's how eclipses work, but they know what's best for you, and this is a 6-month cycle. Now, Virgo rules your 10th house: career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. Even if you're not here for career, if you want to be known as the best bread maker in your gated community in Orlando, Florida, there you go. That's where you're putting your energy, okay? So you will be recognized for that, because this is a rocket ship of a new moon. And it is also one of the most loaded and most complex eclipses I've seen in a really long time. So let me break it down in bullet points so we get through this fast. 1, it's at 29 degrees. That's a critical anaretic degree. That's a culmination. We're at the end. Yeah, that's a graduation, right? And it's on the South Node in Virgo anyway. So something is ending and something's got to go for something new to come through. And therein lies the irony. It's a new moon solar eclipse. Something fresh. This a brand new chapter. Doors opening, just waiting to be opened, okay? It's almost like a rebirth. And with the other aspects, you're going to feel that. And I'm going to explain why. Second, you already got a glimpse of what's happening in that realm. 10th house, career, fame, recognition, your reputation, with a new moon in Virgo that we had on August 22nd at 0 degrees. So that was building everything up for the past month. Remember, we had 2 back-to-back new moons in the same sign. That's not normal, okay? So you have, if not yet, but 99% of y'all have, especially if you're Sagittarius rising, but every Sagittarius feels this. You've been building up to a moment where you're wanting to change your daily routines, or you already have, okay? Or your lifestyle or work is a big thing for y'all right now. And health matters. So I want you to keep that in mind. Also, social status and leadership. Some of y'all are looking for those leadership positions. 3, Saturn, who is life lessons, is back in Pisces, as you know, as of September 1st. Therefore, the sun and moon for this eclipse will be opposite Saturn at 29 degrees, okay? So that is an opposition, and it's a strong one because it's with Saturn, who is the authority. He's wearing cargo shorts right now. He's ready to be an authority, yeah, with his whistle. So he's going to make you do things and learn life lessons his way, all right? Saturn in Pisces, that's your 4th house. So home and family matters back on the table as of this month, okay? You've been going through some enormous issues when it comes to home and family for many years. You had a little bit of a break over the summer. Now it's your last review, all right? So Saturn's giving you new responsibilities. Remember, this eclipse is on the karmic node of fate, and Saturn is karma. This is a huge karmic lesson of an eclipse, okay? Especially this weekend and the weekend following. Remember, Saturn rewards you. If you pass his test, he rewards you, but he really is requiring discipline right now. 4, you have to release. We're talking old habits, patterns, systems, structures, jobs, yeah? Things that no longer serve you well. You still got a BlackBerry? That's got to go. It's got to. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or whats. Okay, that's what's happening here. Because again, Saturn's a TSA agent. He's not gonna let you walk through with your, frying pan. No, you gotta let. He's like, you want to get onto the next stage in your life. You got to let things go. You got to leave things behind. All right. And when I say this is non-negotiable, Sagittarius, and I know you like things straightforward, so I'm giving you things straightforward right now. Not only is this eclipse on the south node in Virgo, I just said Saturn is at 29 degrees in Pisces. That is the very last degree of the very last sign. So when I say endings, when I say some things are ending, you've got to prepare to leave some things in the past, especially with the prison portal still activated. Okay? Out with the old, in with the new. 5. Remember what I said last week? It applies here. Every single planet other than your ruler, Jupiter, yeah? They're all between 29 and 2 degrees. So they're either sitting on or passing through that 0 degree point, the point of reset. Right here. Okay? So you see that this is really out with the old, in with the new. And you are on a path to enlightenment on your karmic journey for, what did I say? The rocket ship of this new moon. It's going to take you far. And with rockets, and even with airplanes, there's a weight limit. So what do you have to leave in the past for this eclipse that's going to bring you fame, eminence in career, all of that? Okay? This is an amazing eclipse if you take out all the other stuff. But it's still nonetheless an amazing eclipse. So take that inspired action, and take that inspired action every day. I say take it every day. To take that inspired action, Sagittarius, you have to care about the direction you want to go and how you're going to contribute to the collective, all right? Because remember, Virgo is all about service to others. And to be of service to others, it starts with self-love. So be kind to yourself, please, yeah? Be kind to rewind, yeah? What? Yeah. And I say that because remember, all this Virgo energy, the lower expressions, the south node in Virgo, being hard on yourself, self-critical, hypercritical, perfectionist energy, out the door. Don't be hard on yourself. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or for your mom, Teresa, or for your husband, Jonathan Richards the third, whatever. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel this eclipse the most. Now, if you know your birth chart, if you know your natal chart, 2 things. A, if you have any planets, and it doesn't matter With this eclipse, it does not matter if you have any planets between 27 to 1 degree in either Virgo or Pisces. You're going to feel it the most. And I say Pisces at 29 degrees. If you have any planets there conjuncting Saturn, oh, you're going to feel that. Okay? You're going to have, it's good. Let me tell you two things here. Okay? I, as a reference, a lot of y'all may know that I am a Virgo moon. I'm an Aquarius, Gemini rising, Virgo moon at 29 degrees, meaning this eclipse that's happening in Virgo at 29 degrees with the moon involved, right on my moon, and opposite Saturn. Oh, I'll let you know how it goes. Secondly, I did an astro charting course on Great Awakener. Thank you for everyone who has signed up so far. And the founding member sale is still going on till the end of the month. It's less than 40 cents a day. We're bringing on the hypnotherapist. Everything's included. Everything's free. I did an astro charting course. Birth charts. We're looking at the charts too. Okay. And so I've shown you how to find what eclipses, what full moons, what new moons of any year will have the most impact on you all the time. Okay? If you know your natal chart. Now, because this is a bonkers potent time, literally 12 hours later, on Monday, September 22nd, Mars will move into Scorpio until November 4th. Mars rules Scorpio. This is his home, his hacienda, okay? He hadn't been here for 2 years. This is like Homer coming home, right? He's excited, okay? He already, hired a mariachi band on Task Rabbit, waiting for his arrival. Okay, so buckle up. This is Mars in Scorpio, in his home, where he does his best. And this is intense. But you can use this because Mars in Scorpio brings that intensity to your passions, to your drive, to your ambitions, determination cranked up to a whole other level, especially regarding relationships and intimacy and investments and gaining power as part of your ongoing transformation. But Sagittarius, Scorpio rules your 12th house. So this gets a little tricky for you. Here's the thing. And we'll talk about this. You see what's happening here. Oh, yeah. I'll talk about, oh, yeah. You see what's happening the last day? I'm going to tell you what's happening there. Mars in Scorpio and the 12th. It's interesting. You are going to use this in a way where you feel your spirituality is really amplified. Okay. That's the 12th house. The 12th house is also the subconscious. So when I say, leave things in the past, let things go, unroot things, habits, patterns, even psychologically, even some things that are deep in the subconscious, Mars is going to help. And just like the eclipse and Saturn, whether you like it or not. And so you may have some things from the past surfacing, resurfacing as well. It is a subconscious, right? Where you can use this, again, to leave it in the past. Now, the 12th house is also healing. And you got Mars here. So Mars is going to make you rip some Band-Aids off. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But you can use this for healing others. Okay? So really, really love this. As I said in your monthly forecast, you're still going to feel all that drive, right? With Mars and Scorpio and everything that I said, things that you're passionate about, etc., in a way that you haven't all year. Okay. Remember, Mars was retrograde most of the year. He was in signs he didn't like, etc. But Mars and Scorpio, when I say can be intense, like John Wick, okay, or Arya Stark, no mercy. Mars invented the grudge, right? He can hold a grudge with Mars and Scorpio. Okay? So use them wisely, all right? Now, literally 12 hours. And I say that, by the way, one more thing. Because Mars and Scorpio is in your 12th. The lower expressions of the 12th house is hidden enemies. So you may recognize some people that you thought were supporting you actually are not. That may happen with Mars and Scorpio in the 12th. And it's self-sabotage energy. So remember, even with that eclipse energy that you feel, it's a 6-month cycle, there can be some things where I told you not to be hard on yourself. All right, Sagittarius? Now, literally 12 hours after that, around 3 p.m., we move into Libra season, okay? So welcome to the equinox, all right? Happy fall. Happy spring. Yeah, wait, is it spring? Wait, fall, winter, spring in the southern hemisphere. This is really great. You're gonna love Libra season, Sagittarius. You're absolutely gonna love it. All right, fire and air, Libra and air sign, y'all blend well together. And this is the equinox. First of all, this is equal day and night. Yeah, on this day, hence equinox, equilibrium, hence Libra. Yeah. Balance, focus on balance. All right. Emotional, spiritual, even moral and ethical. That's Libra energy. All right. You don't want to be the two burglars and Home Alone, just slipping on paint cans, tripping downstairs. And I say that because there will be some aspects that might test you. So focus on that balance. And this is amazing, though, because Libra rules your 11th house. The 11th house is your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. So you see how a lot of things just within the first 2 days, you got a lot going on. You're thinking about your future. You're going to be laser focused on your future and your aspirations. And Saturn, remember, even though he is wearing his aviators right now, yeah, he still supports you. Remember, it's all just to give you those tests. It's what is it? Tough love. The 11th house is also your social network, your support system, benefactors, allies, groups you belong to. Yeah, your communities, the masses, humanity. I love it. And social media. Y'all are definitely going to have a lot. Are you doing something on social media? It looks like it. Yeah. So you're going to have a lot of focus on social media as well because you do have Pluto in the third, and I'll explain that in a second. So Libra season, Libra energy is a social anyway. Okay. So definitely network and be social because you have the sun here. Optimism, opportunities, very exciting for you. Now, the other thing, you are definitely going to feel a huge shift in partnerships, relationships. There could be focus there, especially also marriage and love and contracts, peace, harmony, all the archetypes of Libra with intensity, though, with Mars and Scorpio. Okay. So the next 4 weeks, yeah, it may feel fire, right? As the kids say. If they still say that, I have no idea, but you can have a lot of fun with this, all right? Just don't hold grudges, all right? Libra is all about diplomacy and justice. Bear that in mind because Mars will immediately begin to square Pluto. You see the perfection is happening here, but this is where it starts. So he's already, he's done. He's got 2 Zimas down. He's ready. Okay. He's ready to play. But anyway, you see that this first few days, a huge cluster fax machine of concentrated energy right off the bat. Now, equinox. Yeah. This is where it gets really interesting. Yeah. Are you ready for this, Sagittarius? Equinox is always represented beginning and the end of a harvest. Yep. Ancient times. Everything is cyclical, okay? Even eclipses, 19-year cycles. Anyway, this is happening at the same time Mars moves into Scorpio, and that represents death and rebirth. Now, Scorpio rules the 8th house. Yeah, where we'll talk about this in a second. So you have the eclipse on the south node, right? So a reset, 29 degrees. With all the planets moving through 0 degrees, you have the equinox representing endings and beginnings, and you have Mars in Scorpio representing death and rebirth, all within 24 hours of each other, each 12 hours apart. And remember, equinox is equal day, equal night, 12 hours each. So notice the pattern of 12. Yeah? What are the chances? 12 is completion. 12 is harmony. It's cosmic order and it's cycles. Yeah. So truly a big rebirth happening for you right now. So please, FTLOG, do not resist change. You are meant to go through a brand new era, a brand new you. So stay true to your authentic self while you create your reality. Okay? Now, Tuesday, September 23rd, the sun in Libra is going to be opposite Neptune and Aries. Remember, the sun is still opposite Saturn too. Okay, you're still feeling it. It's not as strong as it was on Sunday, but you're still feeling it. And we'll be trining Uranus and Pluto. Well, that's amazing. Trines are very auspicious. They have the nature of Jupiter. You're going to love that. But let's talk about the opposition because this is a big one. Okay, Neptune and Aries. Aries rules your 5th house. So what does this even mean? First things first, and this will be the clearest answer and explanation. Are you being real with yourself when it comes to love, significant others, romance, family, children, sex, recreation, having babies, or creative projects, and fun and pleasure? Easy peasy. That's you, okay? You're gonna have to be real with yourself with any of that. This is your 5th house. So remember, it's okay to surrender things. You've got to surrender. Yeah. You've got to surrender some things. Like that plane that I was talking about. You can't bring, if they say, oh, we need 4 people off the plane, you get a voucher and an upgrade for another flight. Like, surrender some things. Okay. Surrender some things because Neptune is retrograde, in your 5th house. So you're probably going through Neptune can bring some illusion and deception and fantasy. And it's a sun in Libra that has to do with partnerships and contracts as well. So I want you to ask yourself around this time, because you're going to feel this days before, days after, am I only seeing the good in something and choosing to see the good in something and not the full picture? Because Sagittarius, I told you, you have Mars and Scorpio in your 12th house. That can really amplify that. So just be honest with yourself. Tap into your spiritual warrior. That's, Neptune and Aries. Remember, Neptune is still conjunct Saturn. Yeah. And so keep that in mind. All right. Just so you don't go down any rabbit holes and things like that. Just be honest with yourself. Now, the sun trining Uranus and Pluto. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius. This is absolutely amazing. We have another grand air trine, literally 24 hours exactly after the equinox. So here's your breakthrough. Here's your major breakthrough. This is enormously special for you. Enormously. Because when you do the math here, right, you've got the sun in Libra. That would be your 11th house. I explained that. Your future hopes and wishes and your social network and communities and your friendships. You have Uranus and Gemini in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships and one-on-one relationships. It can be love. It can be business. It can be your, Uber driver. It doesn't matter. It's just wherever your energy there is. And this is during Libra season, and Libra rules the 7th. So you see that overlap for you. Okay. And Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd house. So what does this even mean? A, you're going to be social AF. You got to be signing contracts. You're going to be making verbal agreements. You're going to be launching businesses. You're going to be 3rd house is communication. So that's also advertising, PR, branding yourself, marketing. That's creative writing. All of that. Writing's a big thing here. Okay, you're going to be an expert at emails. Yeah. And so 3rd house is also family. You got so much family stuff happening, including partnerships and relationships. Contracts, though, really big thing here. Okay. Oh, looks like some of y'all may be going through a 3rd marriage too. That could be in the talks, by the way, which is congratulations. And of course, like a first one too. And a lot of that could be unexpected, like maybe unexpected proposals. But this is breakthrough energy. It's Uranus trine Pluto. This is your big breakthrough. So this is you also maybe getting a contract. This is that you want. This is also maybe having that conversation that you needed to have with a boss or whoever it is. It's an air trine. It's all air, mental. It's you processing things. It's you communicating, but it's also Uranus trine Pluto is innovation. It's revolution. It's your revolution. It's evolution. It's transformation. It's communication. Don't forget, Pluto is outside its ecliptic. And that's what we call out of bounds. I explained it last week. This is rare. It doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. And when Pluto's out of bounds, he's like a kid with a bottle of ketchup, okay? Unsupervised, a little wild, and he's going to bring change, okay? This is the biggest takeaway from this. So, Uranus trine Pluto is part of the prism portal, right? The rare grand trine that nobody on Earth has ever experienced. We've never experienced this. Yeah, we're going through it now. And it's leading up to February 2026. And Uranus trine Pluto, Uranus in Gemini in your 7th house, right? Of partnerships, relationship, contracts. You have Pluto in Aquarius in your 3rd house of agreements and contracts. Yeah. And travel, by the way. Some of y'all are traveling. They're in this very tight orb. So even though they're part of the prison portal, they're not even on the whiteboard. They're actually the headlining act. It's really interesting. They're only like 6 minutes apart. I mean, this is crazy. It's bonkers. So even though, again, you may think they're like, a background, like extras, right? Or whatever. No, they're potent AF right now. And you're about to have a big breakthrough with Pluto out of bounds. You're probably going to have conversations. You're going to initiate conversations. You're going to feel a lot more bold. You may even say things that you couldn't believe that you said. Yeah. Like a Jim Carrey movie. That's a 3rd house. You're going to be having really, really insightful, like if you are doing like PR or marketing or writing, like off the charts. Remember, Pluto's wild and you can use him, and Pluto is transformation. So this is your big break. You're going to be cool, Sagittarius. You're going to be a cool cat. You're going to, wear your sunglasses at night. This is amazing for you. I love it. He does bring a little bit of chaos. Just keep that in mind. There can be some chaos with communication. You got this though. All right. And don't forget Saturn and Neptune still conjunct in your 5th. So use that. Neptune's dissolving, Saturn's building this new reality for you, especially with love and family, soulmate energy, all of that, right? Creative projects, babies. A lot of y'all are going to have babies, or there's going to be some in your family. All right. Now, the other thing is that because of this grand air trine, yes, please use it. Use it, okay? Because at the core of it's bonding, it's socializing, it's networking, but it's also Uranus. So thinking outside the box, shaking up routines, doing things that you're just, I want to try things in a different way. That's what's going to get you through. Okay, remember, out with the old systems, old structures, old ways of thinking. That's what Uranus is doing. If you continue to have the same way of processing things, doing things, you're going to see that you're going to continue to hit walls. It's very interesting what Uranus is doing here. And by the way, the moon has been in Libra since Sunday after that eclipse. So you're pretty much have been feeling this already, like I said, about your future. All right. Libra rules your future hopes and wishes and dreams. And you could have just been very social anyway. Now, Wednesday, September 24th, you got Mars square Pluto, 1 degree. This is strong. Okay. It's a really, really like ghost pepper. It's got a kick to it because it's tangled up with Uranus trine Pluto too. And basically 2 things here. All right. 1, you may have to break some things down in order to have your breakthrough. Okay. Mars square Pluto is one of the most challenging aspects out of the gazillion aspects in astrology. It's in the top 10. We've had this before. Keep that in mind. Remember, if you're vibrating at a high frequency, you're invincible. You know how to handle things. You're very intuitive, all of that. All right. Now, Mars, again, in Scorpio, that's your 12th house. And then you have Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd. So there may be, because it's a square, a little tension, a little pressure when it comes to, again, hidden enemies, when it comes to facing your fears, when it comes to maybe even fear of communicating something that you need to communicate, or you may hear some things that you are like, really, right? It could be from siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, even neighbors. It could be anything that has to do with communication and in general, to be honest, and travel related matters. All right. Maybe there is when you check into a hotel desk clerk who is not smiling and not giving you your, Hyatt Regency Plus customer service, A-list level, whatever it is. Anyway, this is just really strong because what are the chances that the moon will also be in Scorpio this day? Therefore, it is the moon conjunct Mars, square Pluto in Aquarius. You just can't make this up. If you're a subscriber, you know I talk about the moon in Scorpio. That has intensity to it alone. So here, you're going to feel emotionally amped up. Mars is the warrior god. Pluto is the ruler of the underworld, okay? And remember, he's out of bounds. He's already a little wild. They're about to West Side Story. And again, it may be a conversation. And maybe someone saying something to you. So this is emotional extremes. It's manipulation. It's power struggles. Those are the lower frequencies that can come out. Whatever it is, remember, you're all different. You all have different birth charts. Yeah. Whatever happens here, if anything happens here, should anything happen here, remember, always be responsive, not reactive. You always want to be the best version of yourself, because either way, you're going to feel a little bit of a squeeze. Secondly, Pluto out of bounds. Sure, he's a little wild, but Pluto, remember, underworld, right? Pluto is all about what's beneath the surface. And Pluto is very psychological. And you've got Pluto in a square with Mars and Scorpio in your 12th house of the subconscious. There's going to be some things. Then this is why I need to spend a little more time with you, Sagittarius. Mars obviously is aggressive and he's poking the bear. So what does this even mean? There may be some things that you are going to say or will say that you didn't mean to say, okay? There can be some secrets that you've kept in for a long time that just come out when someone says something even 2% the wrong way, okay? That's Mars squared Pluto. There's a rivalry between the two because they're the most powerful planet, so this is why it's strong, and B, they are the two rulers of Scorpio. The Scorpio has its traditional ruler, Mars, and its modern ruler, Pluto. And Scorpio energy is intense, and it's in your 12th house of healing, of the subconscious, of rest and retreat, of hidden matters. So this is also with Neptune retrograde and the Neptune opposition, people may be talking behind your back. Okay? Please do not hold grudges. You want to be the best version of yourself, and you can get through this if you're at a high frequency. Okay? Because definitely remember, we don't want to be Arya Stark. You want to stay frosty, be cool, wear your sunglasses at night, okay? Be more Jon Snow or his sidekick, Jaber, or so, whatever his name was, the one that read a lot of books and lived. Here's the thing. Mars is physicality. You can channel this energy productively. You can do some, and Pluto's power. So do some like kickboxing, take a barre class, do some gardening, okay? Do some, I don't know, get physical. That's what's going to help, okay? Remember, this is Libra season, all about peace and harmony. Yeah? So have your transformation diplomatically, okay? And always be at that high frequency. As I said in your monthly forecast, we are always the same person. But every moment we have is unrepeatable. And you're on a karmic journey. So you always want to be in the moment. You want to be in the now. You want to be in the present. That's how you connect with your authentic self and see through your lens, right? Your filters. And the world that you want to live in, okay? This is going to be a strong week, strong end of the month. And there are absolutely no aspects after. That's it. Can you believe that? Of course, there's like other things, right? But like lunations and whatnot, but planets, that's it. Oh, and the last day on the 30th, Oh my gosh. This is gonna, I don't even know. Okay, so you've ever heard the news, right? You've seen the news. The comet, Three Eye Atlas, that's coming, that interstellar object coming toward Earth. It's not a comet, by the way. That's coming toward Earth. Well, it's in the constellation of Libra. And at this time, we'll be just about to conjunct Mars. So it's going to be very interesting. I talked about it on Great Awakener, all right? What it is, how it's actually not the third interstellar object. And I showed you the declassified files. Anyway, it's all in my live streams on greatawakener.com. And thank you so much, Sagittarius. You are amazing. Y'all are amazing, and you really do lift me up. Y'all are very inspiring. If you are new to my channel, I have been going through health issues, and I'm going to start crying, and so is my dog, Ruby. Anyway, let's just do this. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September 21st to the end of the month. Okay. Sagittarius, what I was saying is Ruby is also going through health issues as well. So thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for all your kind comments, and y'all are amazing. Y'all really are. Thank you so much. I do a traditional call to cross spread, offers the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. And I love y'all, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for being here. Just wait till your birthday season. Oh my goodness. You want a little preview? Okay, so I'll give little previews on Great Awakener, but I'll give you a little one now. I'm going to do your October forecast soon, right? But I'll tell you right now, you will have Jupiter trine Saturn for a little bit, for a few weeks. The big one is next year, but you have Jupiter in Cancer in your 8th house. What the what? What the what? That's wealth building. That's partnership building. Trining Saturn, that brings that stability and that long-term energy that you are going to be working on anyway through Libra season. So you see that overlap there. It's amazing. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so you're going to make this very easy for me, Sagittarius. How much time do I have anyway? Oh, okay, let's get started. You're good. You're good. We got to talk about something, though, okay? Queen of Cups. Perfect. Move into this week with that self-love that I talked about, because with the Queen of Cups, there's a sense of what I said earlier with this new moon solar close in Virgo, even Virgo season before Libra season. You still have Venus in Virgo all week. There's a lot of Virgo energy still happening in your 10th house of your reputation, right? But this is someone who's calm, someone who's collected, someone who's got so much heart, so much love to give, super conscious love, self-love, emotional intelligence, compassion, empathy. Yeah, that's you. Okay. She's like the Princess Diana of tarot, but also she is the most intuitive queen to a psychic level. Yeah. You've got Mars in Scorpio. I told you that's her 12th house, which is the most like psychic, it's very intuitive. It's intuition's 12th house. All right. So trust your intuition. That makes everything work out for you. Yeah. The Page of Cups and the heart of your spread. So yeah, there you go. There's her new beginning. There's her new beginning, and you're excited about it. And there's dreamer energy here. Yeah, with the Page of Cups. This is love and emotions and feelings and wonderment. So this can be a relationship, that you moving into a new relationship, new job, starting your own business, creativity off the charts. I love this for you. Yeah. And that curiosity that Uranus and Gemini brings, like, you're really going to feel that. All right. You're really going to feel that. There may be something here. You can even see Uranus is the unexpected of surprises. Like, you could surprise you too. I was going to point out, like, you can even see him, the page, like he's talking to a fish popping out of a cup. I mean, come on. That's not only surprising, but it's like, okay, like this is thinking differently, doing different things, trying different things, but also fish creativity. Yeah, connecting with its creative side. Anyway, I love this. there's something emotionally moving for you. It's like you following your bliss. I love this. King of Swords. There you go. There you go. So with the Saturn opposition and Mars square Pluto, there's your conversation that might be okay. We gotta be responsive, not reactive. There's your authority. Yeah, Saturn being the authority. And when I say that, yeah, it can be a father. It can be a father figure, boss, everything I said earlier. There's something here where someone might say something. It could be a sibling, family member as well. You have so much family stuff. I would not be surprised if it was a family member. All right. Or even like a landlord or a realtor or things like that as well. But we gotta, because he can be very intimidating, and he can be a Cruella, King of Swords, when he's in your challenge area. But it seems like you're on top of it. You have the Ace of Swords in your crown. So I absolutely love what's happening in your spread. There's a sense of you being on guard and handling the situation. Just remember, this is the biggest sword in the deck. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, so remember, diplomatically. You even see the olive branch here. I mean, remember, we're in Libra season. It's all about peace and harmony, making up, things like that, but also breakthrough. Ace of Swords, victory, success. You're seeking this huge breakthrough. You're going to have it. Because you got the Hermit and the root of your spread. I love it. Hermit, attributed to Virgo. Yep. But this is someone who's doing some really, really strong introspection, soul searching. Remember, half the planet's retrograde, requiring you of that right now to know what you want for your future. Okay? But you're working on all this inner wisdom. And that is what kind of produces this. It leads all the way up to that breakthrough, right? That you're... Is it the right brain and the left brain? It's like, well, it's actually both here. Yeah. You have that shift in mindset, and you're going to see things in new ways. And yes, there's likely something here. When I say new, could be a contract. Okay. 7 of Wands in your future. I don't mind it. There's something that you're getting that you wanted, and you can be a little overprotective of it. Yeah. The 7 of Wands, it does have this spirited energy and like competitive energy to it. It's not bad, but it's also saying at the same time, let's not, we want to be working with people, not against people. There may be some things people want from you with Mars square Pluto as well. And there's that competitive energy. Mars is very competitive, okay? So keep that in mind, because even though Mars square Pluto, that's going to be your third, so you're definitely going to have some sort of communication that maybe, but again, high frequency, you're invincible. Some of y'all, it may be just like, I don't know, the Spectrum customer service, right? It could be a nothing burger, if people still say that. Just be willing to work with others. That's all I'm saying, because this is good. This is all about valor. It's drawing a line in the sand. So it's great. It's a lot of confidence here. You got what you wanted. You're keeping it. But just, again, energy I'm getting is just continue to work with others. Now, let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, y'all, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's happening. I'm doing this really early in the morning, by the way. You can see there's a lot of sunlight this time. I love y'all. All right, so, okay. So, I actually do need my glasses. There's gonna be, honestly, you had to let something go. Something had to go. If there is a conversation you have that, and I say this all the time, if you had one and it didn't go your way, just move into it, have it, and leave it knowing you did your best, okay? Because you do have the 3 of Swords, indicating there may be a little bit of an emotional impact that you may even be feeling. So this is going to kind of like make sure that's gone, right? You need this new thing in your life. You have to surrender some things. And it seems like you're in a place where you're willing to. Okay? There's a lot of heart here with these, 2 cups. I love this. You definitely have that clarity, head above the clouds, that inner wisdom the hermit is bringing because you're doing that reflection. It's just that 7 of Wands that I'm getting. I'll clarify that one for you too. But anyway, so yeah, there may be something that, again, for you, it may be a conversation or email exchange, whatever it is. There may be something that this is the lesson we have to learn, right? It may have to do with a partnership or relationship. Now, you do have the Death card. There you go. Congratulations. Because I always say the Death card is a card that doesn't come up as much as it should. And this is all about change. It's all about change. You're saying you're going through change. Interestingly, when I said I felt something a little off about this, well, now there's your affirmation. Don't resist that change. You have the Death card with the 7 of Wands. Okay? You have the Star too. What I say about Libra season being all about your hopes, your wishes, your future dreams, the stars aligning for you and healing with Mars and Scorpio. This card is a big card of healing. It seems like that's what you want to do. It seems like y'all want a refresh. It just seems like a lot of y'all want to just, it's like water under the bridge for a lot of things, which, there you go. You recognize this card? You got it last week. And I did point out the water under the bridge. The bridge connecting the past to the future. Someone's holding onto the past here. Someone's not letting the past go. And this is saying there may be something that has a strong emotional impact on you where something ends. But you do see the 2 cups right behind the figure. Like it shows hope and promise, but you will never be able to see it if you're continuing to look at the past. We've got to move forward. We've got to let things go. All right. So this is a big heads up with the fact that this card is actually attributed to Mars and Scorpio. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. So just keep that in mind. Is a first deck in a Scorpio. 7 of Wands. Let's take a look. Sagittarius. Look at that. Work with others, okay? But the other thing is, like, I mean, with that Page of Swords here, you got 2 pages. Pages, sure, they're young. They have a lot of energy, right? And they may be young, but they're still in the royal court. They still hold power. And they represent these fresh new beginnings. Again, with that Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, that's brand new insight. That's looking at things in a different way. You are Sagittarius. You rule the 9th house. You rule the big picture. Use this week. What is the big picture, right? For you. Now, 5. So again, if you work with people, all right, if you don't resist change, everything changes for you. Look at that. Look at this. All quartz and major arcana. Like, come on. In your main spread, and even over here, like, dominant, a big time for you. There's something new happening. You have, and a lot of it's the mindset, expanding your consciousness, a lot of enthusiasm with that Page of Swords. All right. Now, and even a conversation, by the way, that, again, like I said, you may need to have this. You got that 5 of Wands. You got the 5 of Wands. Oh, oops. Here it is. I want to see something here. What do you think it's going to be? How psychic? Are you already feeling Mars and Scorpio? I'll tell you. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. What is this saying? You've got to move forward. You've got a legacy to build. You've got a future that you got to get there, right? You got milestones. You put it in your Asana project management, whatever you need to do. That end game. This is all about working toward it and not being distracted and being diligent and determined and driven. And all the other D words. Okay? So look at him. This is patience. Practice makes perfect. It is attributed to Sun and Virgo. Remember, Virgo brings that perfection energy, attention to detail. This is someone who is just thriving, even though the work may be a little repetitive. Doesn't matter. He's laser focused on his future, which again, that's Libra season for you. And I'll give you another preview. Next month, we do have a new moon in Libra. So it does look like there is going to be something brand new happening for you that you're moving into that's going to be amazing. But you got to get past this, okay? There is going to be a little bit of not seeing eye to eye. Very, like, you can tell. It just, yeah. And it was a big theme for you last week, too. Yeah. So, and it doesn't have, a lot of this, remember, you have Mars in the 12th, right? So a lot of this doesn't even have to be like interaction with other people. It can be you holding on to the past, something in the subconscious. I said this card is attributed to Mars and Scorpio. It's Cubs. A lot of it's like intuition. It is the subconscious, all of that. You have the 501s here where there's a little bit of conflict, but it's not worth your time conflict. Yeah. I said your 5th house is activated too. So expect some children, if you have children, or if you're a teacher with students, or you get what I'm saying. There may be something there too, okay? But in the end, you get through that noise, you just become hyper-focused. And the other thing is, it's very likely you discover a new skill or a skill set or pick up a new skill set. Whatever's happening here, this is just temporary. You're going to get to what you want to very soon, as long as you put in the work. All right. So Sagittarius, thanks so much. Next week, we'll talk about October. A lot happening. All right. A lot happening. And second spread. Yeah, we're going to do a spread just on I'm going to isolate this eclipse. That's in your 10th house of fame. A lot of y'all becoming famous, Sagittarius. I hope you know that. It can be global too. I mean, it's the 10th house. But it can also be just like being recognized within your local community, things like that. Okay. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. Anyone's welcome to join. All right. Sagittarius. We have a lot of fun. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Oh my gosh, this is really long. Okay. Sagittarius, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.